Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's Kiki. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. I hope you had a great day and having a great evening or whenever you are watching this. And if you are part of the replay gang, definitely leave a comment to let me know that you're there. Hashtag replay gang. Hello Paris. How you doing? Hey Erica, hello, hello, hello. Buenos noches. Hey Sheila. Hey Magnolia. I'm glad you guys are able to make it this evening. And if you guys didn't catch the live celebrity tarot reading I did last week for Tupac's birthday, definitely check that out. It was the last live last Thursday. We just let Tupac talk and get some things off his chest and whatever messages that he had. So he definitely showed up and showed out. I hope you feel better, Paris. Yeah, this summer colds and all this stuff, we ain't playing with it. It's a beast now. It's a beast. When we get these spring summer colds, they not normal. They are certainly not normal. They come out the blue. Sinuses. I know some people with sinuses, including myself. Allergies. All of that has been cray this season. So definitely sending healing energy to you, Paris. So definitely feel better. Paris, if that's the case, you know what you need to do. Oh, really? Hopefully it's nothing more than just a cold. You know. But you know, if anything change, you know what to do. But definitely feel better. Definitely get some rest, Paris, because you have definitely been busy running around here. You have definitely been busy. So like I said, if you guys did not check out last week's Kiki where we let Tupac talk because it was his birthday, our boy turned 51 and we just celebrated and let the man talk and get some things off his chest. And he definitely showed out because he took out my video. There was a lot of echoing, some reverb, all of that good stuff. Yeah, Paris. Yeah, so you've been a busy little bee recently. And I mean B-E-E, like the little insect. You've been a busy little bee. And this might be nature's way of making you sit down. Like, girl, you need to go sit down somewhere. So stay hydrated, take your meds, and get back on your feet and get your beauty rest. Because when you get back on your feet, you're gonna definitely need all that rest. You're gonna need that energy. I know that for sure. So I hope everyone had a wonderful summer solstice. The first day of summer was this past Tuesday? I believe it was this past Tuesday or Wednesday. So I hope you guys had a wonderful summer solstice. Girl, yeah, you need to sit down. Yeah, you need to sit down. Spirit tired of your butt. Like, we need to knock her down. Like, make her sit down. Because if we don't make her sit down, she won't sit down. So, yeah. If we don't get no rest, our body and and spirit will make us take a rest. And we ain't gonna like when that happen, because we like to go, 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 go. And when our body and spirit be like, you need to sit down, and they have to step in and force us, we definitely not gonna like it. So listen to your body, and when you start getting tired and things like that, take a rest. Take a rest. Take a few steps back and take a rest. That's for sure. But I'm glad you still got your sense of humor, boo. I'm glad you still got your sense of humor. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's Kiki. Let's see how this... I knew this was going to happen. Waiting for it to pop back up. Sorry. Let's do this over. Okay. So if you've been hiding... Well, first off, before we get started with Queen Bey. Breaking news. If anybody cared, Kendall Jenner has broken up with her basketball boo. If anybody cared. That was breaking news today. Because it's been kind of slow in the celebrity world. Some stuff I just didn't want to pay attention to. You know, because I felt it wasn't that dang on important. Just saying. That's just me. But breaking news, Kendall Jenner has broken up with her basketball boo. They was dating for 2 years. It is what it is. They was dating for 2 years. What the heck did we expect? Kendall seemed like the most sane out of them right now. Everybody forgets about Kendall to a certain degree until she do something stupid. Like cultural appropriation. In the Pepsi commercial, she got this tequila line. Cultural appropriation was done there. Yeah, so when she do something stupid, that's when we start paying attention to her. So now she's back. She recently got into a argument with Scott Disick, and that hit the Hulu Kardashian show. But I'm giving them their 5 seconds of fame on the show, on the Kiki tonight. Kendall Jenner, breaking news, Kendall Jenner has broken up with her basketball boo. Moving on. Magnolia, you're killing me. You killing me. You killing me. But who knows? Who knows? That she ain't came out the closet, so who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors for winning their championship. And Steph and his wife was really feeling it. They was tipsy, and she was giving him that come hither look, that drunk come hither look. I saw that a couple of times. That was hilarious. I was just like, yeah, they bought. Don't be surprised if his wife pop up with another baby. I'm just saying. I'm gonna be right with you, Magnolia. So congratulations to the Warriors for winning their championship. Now that's over with. Yay. We can get back to normal around these parts. So anyway, if anybody has been living up on the rock this past week, Queen Bey has came out with music. She announced that she's going to her 7th album will be coming out soon, and she released one song, and I like it. It's something different for her. It seems like she's trying to invoke the sound of happiness and joy, bring that back to the world. She's doing her due diligence and trying to bring that into the world. We've seen the woke Beyonce recently. We've seen her getting back to her roots, exploring the African American culture, the African culture, spirituality. Kudos to her. Yeah, some people is loving this new sound from her, and some people aren't. I was very happy to hear Big Frida back on this particular song. I was happy about that. It's very upbeat. She did sample someone. I'm forgetting the girl name, but back in the day, house music was very popular, and some people are saying that she's trying to bring house music back. Drake is actually his new album just dropped like last week or something like that, and it got some type of house music type vibe. So it's maybe that's what the world need right now, because Beyonce's song Robin S. Yes, it was Robin. She sampled Robin S. Give me the song because I'm drawing a blank. And Robin S. is very, very happy that Queen Bey has sampled her song. And now she's getting calls. Her and her people are getting calls. So, kudos to that because, Robin S. has been not in the limelight in years. So, that's a great thing for her and her people. So, Show Me Love. That was a song back in the day. Show Me Love. Oh, I used to love. I didn't even know what house music was. It was just music to me, and I bopped to it. So Beyonce's song is a bop. It's a bop. See, yeah. So I'm kind of in and out. Music is music to me, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, oh well. So some house music, some things I consider house music. I pretty much consider house music anything I could clean the house to. That's just me. But evidently, house music is just like dance music. So like I said, some people are loving the new sound for Bey, and some people aren't. They're not understanding. I can see that. And some people are loving Drake's new path in music, and some people aren't. And he said, look, some people is not going to get it and some people will. It is what it is. So I think it's a bop. I'm excited to hear what's next. Look, trust me, I'm going to be right with her, Paris. I'm going to be right with Magnolia. I just got out of timeout. I'm sorry. I just got out of timeout. But the song is a bop to me. It took me a second to really get into it because, we're expecting, it's Beyonce. So we kind of, are expecting, something different, but not like this. I want to go back to timeout. Not yet. I just got out. We just broke free. I want to break free. I'm not going to keep singing. Sorry. And if Chris Brown is dropping today, that's everyone is dropping. Everyone is dropping something. So I'm happy for the new music coming out. That's great. I'm excited to hear the rest of Beyonce's album when it finally does drop, because it's going to be something new for her, and it's going to be something new for all of us. I broke out, Erica. That's what happened. I broke out. I jimmied the lock. Anytime I say I want to break free, that come out. I'm sorry. I can't sing, so that's why I ain't try and butcher the rest of it. Just saying. But so, yeah, I am definitely excited to hear the rest of it, because the last album I actually really listened to from Beyonce, like from song 1 to the very last one, was Lemonade. Was the Lemonade album. And that Lemonade album was so profound. She let you into a little bit a little bit more into her life, just a little bit. But she also encompassed the ups and downs of a real relationship, what a real adult relationship is like. And this is some of the things that she experienced in her relationship, in her marriage, and things like that. So Lemonade was chef's kiss. Lemonade was, I still play that. I actually only play half of it because the first half is like the angry Beyonce. And then the other half is like, okay, we're going to reconcile. We're going to move on. And I don't play that one as much. But I play that first half. I play the mess out of the first half of Lemonade. That second part, I play some of it, but not all of it. But I'm really into the first half. Don't hurt yourself. Yep. Yes, I love it. I love the first half of Lemonade. That's for sure. Especially when I'm going through the motions. But like I said, I'm definitely excited to hear what's coming next for Beyonce. And you guys know how she does. If she's dropping music, she's definitely about to drop an Ivy Park line. Exactly. You cannot play Lemonade without getting in your feelings. And I tell anybody, if your girl is playing the first half of Lemonade and you walk in the room, just walk back out. Because that means you done messed up. You done messed up and you do not want no parts of her right now. Wait until she get to that second half. And you may have a chance of talking to her. But don't walk in if she playing that first half of that. Nope. Don't do it. But Lemonade definitely was an emotional roller coaster. You be all up in your feelings. Shoot, at one point I was crying. And I was watching the videos, like the shorts of it. And I'm sitting up here crying. I'm just like this. Girl, get yourself together. Get yourself together. So I definitely feel you on that, Magnolia. So I'm excited to hear what's next for Queen Bey. And like I said, if she's dropping music, Ivy Park is coming right behind that. So, because that's what she kind of does. She doesn't do anything half-ass, So, kudos to Queen Bey. She got a lot coming out for us. For the Beehive, definitely. If you're part of the Beehive, or if you're not part of the Beehive, you just out here lurking, but you love Beyonce's music, I think you will enjoy. If you're open-minded, you will enjoy this album. You definitely will enjoy this album. See, I told you, anytime Beyonce is about to drop an album, she's going to drop Ivy Park. If Ivy Park drops first, then something's going to come out musically from Beyonce after Ivy Park drop. So it's kind of like the pattern. That's kind of her pattern. And if it is not even, it will be something. If it's not a full album, it's going to be a song, or she's going to be featured on something, or she's going to pop up in the movie and do the soundtrack or something like that. So kudos to Bey. I'm excited to see what's come next, because I do want to give this album a chance, because she got my attention with this one, and it's so upbeat and uplifting. What's the name of it? You Won't Break My Soul. And that's what we need right now, because I always say that we're in a spiritual battle, on all different fronts, and we don't need somebody sitting up here attacking us. We get attacked every day, and we need to protect ourselves. Check out the shop, the description. The link will be in the description bar for anything protection. I got protection oils and I got candles. So if you need to protect yourself, I got you there. But we do need to protect ourselves. I protect myself every day before I get out of this house and when I get to work. Trust me. And we're living in a world right now where everything is very uncertain. Everything is still very uncertain. And it's like intentional what people do to you. It's like unintentional but intentional, if you know what I mean. And it's to the point where it's like it's breaking us down slowly, and we can't allow something or somebody to break our soul, to the point where we just want to give up. We ain't no quitters around here. So that's what I like about her song is, you're not about to break my soul. I done been on my spiritual journey for the last two years, and you ain't I done did too much work. Exactly, Paris. I done did too much work to get to this point. Nope. You wanna attack me? I'm about to attack back. I'm sorry, not sorry. So like Paris says, remember, whatever you put out there is going to come back. Karma. You put out good into the world, you get good back. It might take a minute, but it comes back to you. You put out bad, that bad comes back to you. So I do like the message in this particular song. So I'm kind of excited to see what comes from her next. I really am. And I like the message that she started out with. And if the whole album has this type of message, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am so here for it. And speaking of spirituality, I don't know if anybody is watching P Valley, but I know my butt is. There was a particular scene in P Valley where Diamond, who is that gorgeous man right there that we all know from Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots, I believe, and some of his plays and whatnot, but I know I seen him in The Haves and the Have-Nots, and that's the first time I saw Diamond, and I was just like this, ooh baby, hey, how you doing? But anyway, he got a girl and he got a kid on the way. Congratulations to them. But anyway, P Valley is, this particular scene was very, exactly, Paris, exactly. This particular scene was, like Paris said, very super dope. It was very profound, and it's bringing Hoodoo mainstream, because Hoodoo has always been out there, but people get Hoodoo and Voodoo. Yeah, Big Bone is his real. Oh, Big Bone. Okay, not Whisper. Big Bone and his girlfriend. Yeah, she knocked up and she about to have his baby. Yes, and congratulations to them. So but Hoodoo has always been out there. But what Diamond did and what P Valley, and I'm so loving this for P Valley right now, because they're getting into like ghosts and things like that, and that's my thing right there. I watch Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures and all that good stuff, so I'm into this. This was hook, line, and sinker for me. Just saying. But Hoodoo and Voodoo is different, and the way I explain Hoodoo and Voodoo is a culture. Voodoo is a religion. So, and it all depends on who you talk to. Because some people say in Hoodoo you got the Orishas, and some people that's part of, that do Voodoo and that are part of the Voodoo religion, say Orishas is not Hoodoo. Orishas are part of Voodoo. And some people say, to practice Voodoo, you have to be initiated. Some people say, oh, you doing Hoodoo, you gotta be initiated. It all depends on who you talk to. But me, Hoodoo is like a cultural thing. This is stuff that you pass down generation for generations. This is stuff that I've learned from my mother, and my mother learned from her mother, and her mother learned from her mother. And it's a southern thing. It's like a southern thing, and it's like when the slaves was brought over from Africa and they came over here, and to be able to practice their own type of spirituality or religion without freaking out the massa. They kind of incorporated some of Christianity, and it kind of blended, and that's hoodoo. But voodoo is a religion. That's a religion, and I'm not saying hoodoo isn't serious, but voodoo is serious. Voodoo is serious, and in voodoo there's a exchange happening. For you to get something, you have to give something to a deity or a spirit. There's an exchange in voodoo. There's no exchange in hoodoo. Hoodoo is just like setting intentions and praying to your ancestors and everything like that. There's not really an exchange in hoodoo, but there's an exchange in voodoo. So if you're practicing voodoo or want to practice voodoo, you need to be very serious about that, because there is an exchange. There is an exchange, and it's a religion. Like any other religion, like Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, Hinduism, voodoo is a religion. Hoodoo is a culture. Girl, we all about to contact Diamond. I'm sorry, but yes, we all get in line, Erica. Get in line. Yeah, so and that's something I did learn while I was down in NOLA, is that that there is a distinct difference, and I had to really do some research when I got back home to realize that there's a difference. There is a distinct difference. There is a very distinct difference. Yeah, so that's that could be that offerings and things like that. That's hoodoo, but it also gonna be voodoo. But if you are doing voodoo, that's a religion. Yeah, I'm gonna let Paris answer that question for you, Erica, because I put out water offerings onto my altar, but I'm loving this for P Valley, and they're breaking that stigma of hoodoo, because this is stuff that we do every day, and we don't know that we're doing it. Yeah, so this is stuff that we're doing every day, and we don't know that we're actually doing it. So just be careful. Know the difference between hoodoo and voodoo. And if you're going to do either one, really know the difference, and know that voodoo is a religion. And there are things required in that religion, like any other religion. There are things required. And be serious with it. If you're messing with the Orishas, they don't play. If you're doing offerings to the Orishas, if you don't know who the Orishas are, the Orishas are part of African spirituality. You definitely will want to pick up the book Jambalaya. I did do a book review on Jambalaya, the Natural Woman's Book of Personal Charms and Practical Rituals by Louisa Tish. You guys want to pick that up and learn about the Orishas, and learn about hoodoo and voodoo, because that's all in that book as well. But I did do a book review on that, so check that out. That is one of the first book reviews I did when I started doing book reviews. But it's an amazing book. That's why I love it so much, because it's chock full of good information. But yeah, hoodoo and voodoo are different. Some people will try to say that they're one and the same, and they're not. And respect the spirit and spirits when you're doing hoodoo and voodoo. Respect, honor, and respect. I can't stress that enough. And like I said, if you're messing with the Orishas do not play. So you need to be ready for the Orishas when you start praying to them and doing offerings to them. Be ready. The name of the book is Jambalaya, the Natural Woman's Book of Personal Charms and Practical Rituals by Louisa Tesh. I'm going to put that in chat. Yeah, so when I grabbed that book, and it's to me, it's a lot. I was trying to read this book before bed, and I was falling asleep, but that I retained a lot of information. So if you want to check out the book review I did on the book, that was one of the first. Like I said, that's one of the first books that I reviewed. But it's chock full of great information. So it's a good read. Maybe a little slow, but it's a good read. You will learn a lot. You will definitely learn a lot. So like I said, I'm happy that P Valley is showing this side of hoodoo and bringing it mainstream and helping to break that stigma around hoodoo, because it can be very helpful to people. You know what he did when what he was able to offer Mercedes was amazing. You know, and if you really, it's like almost like Reiki. You know, it's laying of hands, but in a different sense. You know, he's pulling something out of her. And in Reiki, you're healing something. You're healing like chakras. You're balancing chakras. You're releasing, you know, toxicity and things like that in Reiki. So technically, in essence, because when I saw Diamond do that, I was like, oh, this is like Reiki. Ooh. And when he started snapping his fingers and the thing was moving, and I was just like, ooh, I like this, and it came in his hands. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't know who's watching P Valley, but this was a bomb scene, and I just love it. And I love the storyline. I can't wait to the rest of the season and see how it all play out. And I want Diamond to come back to the club to be a bouncer. I'm waiting on that to happen. That's just me, because I want to see more of Diamond. Just saying. I don't know about y'all, but I want to see more of Diamond. I'm just saying. So girl, snap them fingers, snap them fingers, snap them fingers. So I think I pinned the comment. Hopefully that's what that star means. But like I said, this was an amazing scene. I love it. And I love the where they going. I like P Valley because they just get, I just like the atmosphere. I'm just saying. I like that. I hope so. I really do. I really do. But it's getting spicy up in there now. It's getting spicy up in there. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. So I hope you guys, if you are watching P Valley, that you guys enjoyed that scene, because that definitely shows you a little bit about hoodoo. You know, in, you know, Louisiana. I'm trying to say it right. Louisiana. Forgive me if I didn't. But I'm just saying. Yeah, she is. She's, you know, she's the crystals and all of that good stuff. Whisper is into crystals and all that stuff. I'm liking this metaphysical part that they going through in P Valley, because they gonna need all the help they can get down in there because of what happened last season. Just saying. They gonna need an exorcist. Magnolia, you killing me. Snap your fingers. Do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Yup. I love that song too. I really do. Let's go ahead and get into the next topic. So, the saga is not over for Bill Cosby. He was just recently found civilly guilty of assaulting a woman who was as a teenager. She was 16 years old, and she brought him back up during her allegations came out around the time that his trial was ending, and the trial triggered her trauma. So she sued him civilly, and he has to pay her, I think, $500,000. And basically, when his lawyer called him, or whoever it is that do his, because he wasn't in court for this, but they called him and told him that, you know, he was found civilly guilty and he has to pay. He won't be going to jail, but he has to pay the $500,000. He was just like, oh, that's all, booyah. That was his response. So I think he's just happy. He just had to pay money. He does still say, he's still proclaiming his innocence. This is not, Paris, this is not going to go away for this man, because if anybody saw that Playboy Mansion documentary on A&E, yeah. And his name was all up in there with all the girls coming out since Hugh Hefner is dead. They done came out and pretty much, you know, started talking about what was going on at the Bunny Ranch and all this other stuff. And I learned a lot of crap, especially about Don Cornelius and Jim Brown. Just saying. And some other craziness going on. If you watch that, yeah. So this ain't about to go. This ain't about to go nowhere anytime soon. And I won't be shocked if more women don't come out, you know, behind this, because now this lady got $500,000 suing him civilly. So it's sad that this is still happening to him, but you know, you did what you did. He took advantage of his celebrity back in the day, and like so many men did in that era. And now he's basically the poster child for the Me Too movement, and him and Harvey Weinstein. So since Bill Cosby now has to pay this $500,000, and they reversed his the ruling. Yeah, The Secrets of Playboy. That documentary, yeah, I watched that whole thing and I learned a lot. I don't believe all the women, but I do believe some of them, and I do believe that he did some crazy crap when he was younger. All of them did. And it was allowed. It was allowed. You know, nobody was protecting the girls back in the day, back then. And if they said anything, who was going to believe them against a megastar, you know? So I feel bad for the women, and they do deserve justice. The ones that really are victims, you know. I'm not saying all these women asked for it, because they didn't, you know. They wasn't being protected, especially at the Playboy Mansion. They was not being protected. But I think it was like 50 something women that accused him. And I'm like, okay, this is a lot. They really trying to, you know, put him up under the jail for whatever I guess they trying to say that Bill done got too big for his britches, and he trying to do something that he shouldn't be doing. Rumor has it he was trying to buy up a network. Yeah, so but maybe she couldn't go after him because he's been acquitted. Basically, his conviction was reversed, and then double jeopardy comes into play, and double jeopardy basically says you can't bring him back up on the same charges. So that's probably why she ended up having to just take him to court civilly and get money, because she can't bring him back up on the same charges he went to jail for in the first place, and that conviction got overturned. So there's double jeopardy. So that's probably why it was no criminal charges and just civil. And he's happy that he just had to fork over money, and that's it. Because they put this man back in jail, he ain't gonna last. He is not gonna last if they take him back to jail. He's not going to last. But Harvey Weinstein, he's in jail for 23 years. They convicted him, and New York has upheld that conviction. Of course, he's still going to appeal, but he's been extradited to Los Angeles to face charges there. And again, him and his team are, bringing up the fact that Harvey is sick. He's ill. He has declining health. He's just as bad as if not worse, than Bill Cosby. So if anybody, yes, he needs to be up under the jail. He don't need to be getting out, and he needs to pay. He needs to pay. There's no getting out of jail for Harvey Weinstein. And yes, about a year or so ago, Harvey was seen going to court using a walker. But soon as that didn't work, that walker disappeared. Soon as he didn't get sympathy and got convicted, that walker disappeared. And then there's R. Kelly. We got to bring up R. Kelly. Look at all the crap he's done. And they're trying to give him 25 years. They want him to be in jail for 25 years. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. But him and his team are has been trying to since the Pandorama happened, and it's continuing. They've been trying to get that man out of jail, or at least, have him under house arrest or something like that. R. Kelly has been out here doing this for too long, to too many people, and he continued to do it. And as many other men in power, in position, or whatever you want to call it, got money, that's done this stuff to women, and they need to pay. Yeah, he gets on everybody's nerves. I'm right there with you, Magnolia. I'm right there with you. But it's a lot of men that has done this, and it's women too. It's not just the men, which it's women that have used their power and position to get, put people, men and other men, and men and other women in compromising positions. And using their power and their position to get what they want and get someone to do what they want, whether it was good or bad. So it's not just men out here doing it, it's women too. But these men, these people need to pay. They need to pay, and Bill was one of them. Unfortunately, Bill was one of them, and it did hurt because this man was America's dad, one of America's dad. We all grew up watching him on the Cosby Show, watching the cartoon Fat Albert, Little Bill on public broadcasting services. He voiced Little Bill. So it's just like, he was the pudding man. We watched this man become everybody's dad, and he was like trustworthy. And the downfall, sad, but I can't condone what he did, because he did it. The man did it, unfortunately, and he got caught. It came back and bite him in the butt, and it's going to bite many more people in the butt if they can get them. Because since the Me Too movement is rolling through, it's going to catch up a lot of people. But it's going to take time to prosecute those people if you can get the victims to come and say something in court. But R. Kelly need to be up under the jail. That's my opinion. He should never get out. And moving on. Now, Joe Biden over the weekend took a nice little bike ride. For whatever reason, it could have been because he seemed like he's athletic-ish for his age. Yeah, if we can separate Bill from Heathcliff, then that's great. Then we should be able to separate R. Kelly's music from R. Kelly as a person. If we're going to separate Bill as a person from his character Heathcliff, cool. But we should be able to separate R. Kelly as a person from his music. Because if we cancel R. Kelly's music, guess what you're also doing? You're canceling Aaliyah music. So you want to cancel all of R. Kelly's music, you're going to be canceling Aaliyah's first album. And she don't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that. She suffered enough. And we should be celebrating her memory and listening to her music, including that first album. So this cancel culture of R. Kelly and stuff like that, okay, I'm for it. But if you're going to cancel R. Kelly and cancel his music, then that means we got to cancel Aaliyah's first album. And she don't deserve that. We need to separate him as a person from his music. And then it's a lot of artists that he did music for, that he wrote for. And these people are performing his songs to this day. Exactly, Paris. That's what I was just saying. R. Kelly has written for buku artists. So that means you're going to have to cancel all of their stuff as well. And they don't deserve that. So we need to be able to separate R. Kelly as a person and his evilness and all of the bad shit that he's done from the music. We should be able to enjoy his music and everyone he's written for music and produced for. We should still be able to enjoy their music. We still listen to Michael Jackson, and he was accused of child stuff, which I don't think he was found guilty for, but I'm just saying. The world tried to cancel Michael, and they didn't. So, learn to separate. Just saying. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Okay, so Biden took a nice little bike ride, like I said, over the weekend. And I don't know if this was for show, to show that he was athletic, getting out there. But he was not strolling. He was rolling up to the media. And then next thing you know, down with Biden. Down with Biden. And they said basically, his shoe got caught up in the bike pedal strap. falling at his age is a lot. I know he's like in his his 70s or something like that. He pushing 80. Falling at that age is a lot. This is the president of the United States of America. This man should not, he can't afford to fall. He can't afford to really be seen in this type of light. Because he is the face of America. So basically him falling down basically is showing that America is weak. I'm not saying that we are, but I'm just saying other countries are looking at him because he is the leader of the country. I know, right? This is what I'm saying. I'm right behind you because the stuff I'm about to say about Biden, I'm right behind you, Magnolia. Going to time out with you, boo boo. So, but he is the leader of our country, and the other leaders are looking at him, and he's falling down. So, do we need to be concerned about this man's health? Even during the camp, him running for president and then winning the presidency, we have always been worried about this man's health. Because of his age and everything like that. You know, was we really worried about Agent Orange health when he was president? Was we really worried about that man's health? I'm just saying. But should we really be really seriously concerned about this man's health? This is just a little tumble. You know, his shoe got caught up in the strap. But who's to say if that happens again, this wouldn't be a more serious fall. So I'm all for the president going out to being healthy, exercising and everything like that. If this was just for, media, he needs to really be careful. Because the world, of course, he knows the whole bloody world is watching him. Because he's the president. The whole bloody world is watching him because he's the president. He needs to be careful, be more mindful of his health and be careful of his health. Because his health is America's health. In the eyes of the rest of the world leaders. He should have just jogged around the dang on White House. That's what he should have did. Lightly jogged. Treadmill, maybe. Just saying. But Biden really need to be careful of his health because I don't know if we really need to be concerned because if he does this again, he needs to be on watch. He needs to be on watch because if something else happened to him, he needs to be on watch. And then we got to find out who gonna be in his place while he's recovering. Because it's supposed to be the Speaker of the House. But it might be, the VP. Just saying. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this Kiki. I want to thank everybody for joining me this evening. I hope you guys enjoyed this Kiki. Don't forget to like and comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notifications to be notified each time I upload a new video. On Mondays, I generally do Magical Mondays, except for the first Monday is generally when I do the first Monday of the month is generally when I do the book reviews. And then all the other Mondays will be Magical Mondays where I talk about something magical, or because right now I'm going through the astrology series, and every other Friday is self-care Friday, and right now we're exploring how to use the tarot for self-care. So those videos will be every other Friday, and of course every Thursday is Kiki unless something happens. Just saying. I don't know where Kamala is, but she doing something. Because she been out of the limelight for a minute. So, Kamala, where you at, boo-boo? Kamala, where you at? Because we might need you soon. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead again. Thank you guys for watching. Join me next time for the Kiki and check out my other videos. Good night, everyone. See you guys later.